Have you ever been hurt by someone you deeply cared about and then found yourself making excuses for them? You overlook the pain because their charm and youth seem to make every mistake forgivable. That emotional conflict sits at the center of Shakespeare's Sonnet 41. This poem belongs to the Fair Youth sequence, a collection addressed to a young man admired for his beauty. But here, the tone gets painfully personal. The speaker accuses this young man of a romantic offense, yet struggles to blame him directly. To see how this argument develops, we'll break down the 16th century English line by line. We'll track the logic through its 3 4-line blocks, called quatrains, and its final 2-line conclusion, the couplet. Analyzing this structure reveals a speaker moving from elaborate defenses to a sudden admission of his friend's betrayal. Let's look at how that defense begins. This split screen shows the original early modern English for the first quatrain on the left and a modern translation on the right. Shakespeare opens with a fascinating phrase, "pretty wrongs." Normally, wrongdoing is ugly, but by calling his friend's mistakes pretty, the speaker suggests his charm softens the seriousness of his actions. In line 4, the speaker claims, "For still temptation follows where thou art." This shifts the blame from the young man's character to the environment. Because he is young and attractive, temptation is simply a constant presence. The defense continues into the second quatrain. Here, Shakespeare asks a rhetorical question. If a woman actively pursues a man, what man would reject her without at least trying to win her affection? Notice the specific vocabulary he chooses. He calls his friend gentle and beauteous, then uses the word assailed. That word portrays the young man as a target of pursuit, someone under attack by admirers rather than a deliberate wrongdoer. Across these first 8 lines, the speaker builds a case based on external factors. He piles up reasons why resisting temptation would have been difficult, if not impossible, for his friend. But then the emotional tone shifts. This is the volta. The background drops to a darker palette as we hit the third quatrain, opening with the cry, "I me." The speaker's excuses run out, and a more honest pain breaks through. Consider the Renaissance metaphor, "mightst my seat forbear." It translates to something quite specific. The friend has become involved with the speaker's own romantic partner. This maps out a love triangle between the speaker, the friend, and the lover. The poem then claims the friend broke a twofold truth, a double loyalty. Looking at this triangle, who exactly is the young man betraying in this dynamic? The friend has broken his loyalty to the speaker, while the woman has broken her commitment to the speaker. Both relationships are severed at once. This twofold truth reveals a layer of romantic rivalry far beyond the general complaints of the earlier lines. The poem has moved from a general discussion of flirtation to a deeply personal wound. In the final 2 lines, the couplet, Shakespeare identifies beauty as the disruptive force at the center of this conflict. Beauty acts as a destructive magnet. It tempted the woman away, and it tempted the friend to be false. This cheat sheet summarizes the complete emotional journey. Quatrain 1 blames youth and attractiveness. Quatrain 2 claims he was a victim of pursuit. Quatrain 3 admits the friend took his lover. And the final couplet blames beauty to avoid condemning the friend. Love often drives us to blame circumstances or abstract concepts because we cannot bear to condemn the people we cherish. If you found this line-by-line breakdown helpful, subscribe to the channel to explore more classic texts.